So, talking to my assistant GMs, it seems pretty unanimous that it's a steal of a deal. Glenn Sumal equals GS. The German Shepherd? He is the dog. That's the new nickname. The German Shepherd, Glenn Sumal, the dog? It's confirmed. That is a nickname, signed, sealed, and delivered. The dog. Keep Sumal, keep Sumal, keep Sumal, keep Sumal. Okay, he's not going anywhere. I'm keeping him. I'm keeping the dog. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the finale of GM Week. Thursday to Thursday, we did it. A video every single day. It was actually a lot of fun. I had a blast doing this, especially because our team completely changed. We went from not having any identity at all, having become a bottom feeder, to literally becoming a potential Stanley Cup champion, all within a week. All in a week's work, all with my assistant GMs and a couple of free agent signings, plus with the good play of Colin White and that new line, the NWA line, although Elliot says the root beer line, the A&W line. That could be something we could think about as well. We got the A&W, we got the NWA. It can go either way here. We got root beer, we got hip-hop groups, we got Doritos with the Dorito Dome in Ottawa, Canada. But our team's looking pretty good. But I thought for the end of GM week, we would do something that we did in Seattle. Every couple years, we go ahead and we have a look around the NHL. Now, depending on how long that takes, I want to look at prospects. I want to look at all that stuff. I might get a month of simulation done. Or maybe just go up to, like, we have like a big rivalry game coming up. We got a Detroit game, which is good. We got a Columbus game, which we could definitely go look at. Maybe I'll just get one more month done. I'll do that at the end of the video or in the middle of this, but I want to have a look around the NHL because we're 4 years in and there's a lot of prospects, there's a lot of people who we don't know, there's been some big trades, so let's see what your favorite team is looking like. I know a lot of people are saying, hey, go look at Buffalo or go look at New Jersey or Toronto. So in this video, if you're not interested in looking at any of this, you can just wait till the next one. I know a lot of people want to see what their favorite team is looking like, so I thought we would quickly do that for the finale of GM week. So we'll see some rookies like Lucas Giordano, who was taken second overall, which I was really shocked by, but he's already a top 6 player for the Anaheim Ducks. Now we'll look at how he's doing, and he's actually having a pretty good start. Oh, so actually he played last year. He played as a 19-year-old, so there you go, 31 points, and he has 12 points in 26 games for this year. So they're getting top 6 minutes. A pretty good team here. Troy Terry finally cracks the roster at 25 years old. Their first line could use some work without Perry and Getzlaff. This team looks kind of strange. Jacob Larsen grew to a 91. Wow. He's not medium elite when we started this franchise mode. That's crazy. Wow. Whoa, my God. He's been crushing it. Like, this is the kind of stuff that we miss because we don't really go in depth on everyone in the entire NHL. But wow, okay, Jacob Larsen. So he's like a Norris guy. That's for sure. Hampus Lindholm's an 89. Damn. And I assume they still have John Gibson. Yeah, John Gibson and Charlie Lindgren between the pipes. So let's move on here to the Arizona Coyotes. Clayton Keller, Seattle Storm Bear legend. Brandon Pierlini, Seattle Storm Bear legend. You're going to see a lot of legends here. So Corey Perry moves on from Anaheim and goes to Arizona. So Derek Stepan's still there. Michael Grabner's still there. They got their core intact still. Dylan Strome, what a legend. Saying Oliver Ekman-Larsson is a legend is an understatement. Ended up being the head coach. What a beauty. Cam Fowler, Jason Demers. Now, who's in the cage? Is it still Antti Ranta? No. Oh, God, their goaltending is hurting. So maybe, okay, this is good that we're doing this because maybe we could think about making a move with the Arizona Coyotes that involves Jake Allen because they could really use a starting goalie. So this is good. We're learning some things here. So keep Arizona in mind. Obviously, you guys can have a look at their team. If there's anyone you think we should add, definitely let me know in the comments. But they're hurting for attendee. That's unfortunate for them. That sucks. The Boston Bruins, the 2-time Stanley Cup champions in this franchise mode. They've won cups in back-to-back years. Marchand, Danton, Heinen, and Pasternak. So where is Bergeron? Did Bergeron get traded? He didn't retire yet. Wow, Bergeron must have been traded, that I missed it. So this is good that we're doing this. Okay, interesting. We'll definitely see where he turned out, but that's crazy. I can't believe they moved Patrice Bergeron. Without Bergeron, this team looks really weak. Defensively, not the greatest. Kevin Shattenkirk goes to the Bruins. That's funny. Tuukka Rask and Cam Talbot. Okay, so without Patrice Bergeron, seems a little bit weird. He's not injured. We don't have injuries on. He's not scratched, is he? Krejci's scratched. That's wild. Moving on to Buffalo, and oh my god, look at their top six. Johnny Gaudreau, Jack Eichel, Capo Caco, Reinhart, Hughes, and Skinner. So Skinner goes back to Buffalo, obviously, after we traded him. He had 46 points, and then he's got 13 and 25. So there's Jeff Skinner for you. Baptiste, Middlestat, damn, they're sick. Tage Thompson finally makes the NHL squad. Defensively, Rasmus Dahlin, Cody Ceci. Imagine Cody Ceci still being a top 2 guy. Devin Dubnyk and Carter Hutton between the pipes. I was looking here at Carolina, and I was like, where's Grand Pierre? He's on the 4th line. Oh my god, and they're playing him on the wing. What are you doing, Carolina? Ron Francis, what in the hell are you doing? Oh my god. So Martin Nikash, he went way up. He was an 84, jumped all the way up to an 87, so he's changed his tune around a little bit. He seems to be happier. Svechnikov, so I mean, they're still sick. But what are you doing with Grand Pierre? God damn, you're ruining him. Hayden Fleury got pretty good. Jake Bean, there you go, legend. If you guys have been around the channel for a long time, you'll know which GM mode he was an absolute legend in. If you know, you know. If you don't know, well, you don't know. Freddie Anderson, we all know about that. And Seattle Storm Bears legend Aaron Dell as the backup. Columbus, we all know they're so sick. We actually just looked at their team last episode, so holy, they are stacked. They are definitely Stanley Cup favorites. I mean, their defense is looking really good, even without Seth Jones, and they still have an elite goalie in Sergei Bobrovsky. The Calgary Flames. All right, so Elias Lindholm, they found a good first liner there between Matty Tkachuk and 92 overall Sean Monahan, Mark Jankowski, Klimchuk. So their team's pretty good. James Neal still kicking it there, 35 years old. Noah Hannafin, Jake Muzzin, Vilimaki's a legitimate NHLer now. That's good to see. And then in the cage, it's not Mike Smith anymore. Robin Lehner and Gillies there. So there you go. We got Chicago and we got Frederick Bang. Oh my god, that's just the best name to say. It's not like you can say it slow either. It's just Frederick Bang. There it is. You gotta get the bang. He's on the line with DeBrincat and Patrick Kane. So Bang, DeBrincat, Kane. What a sick line. Anderson, Johnny Taves, who's still really good at 34. Nick Schmaltz. So they've kept their core intact. Arizona ended up trading Barrett Hayton, which was crazy. They traded him early on in the franchise mode. So they have a really sick squad. Duncan Keith and Seabrook. So Seabrook's still here. I don't know where Keith is. Is he scratched potentially? They could scratch Keith. No, they got Paul Stastny though. He's probably making a ton of money. 2.6 and they're scratching him. Who they have in the cage? I assume Corey Crawford. Ooh, they could use a goalie as well. All right, so keep that in mind for potential trades. Philip Grubauer and Varlamov still kicking it there in Colorado. Rantanen, McKinnon, and Nemestikov. Okay, so it looks like they traded Landeskog. Where the hell is Landeskog? Oh my god, he's not scratched, is he? There's no way. Julius Allos, he was a top pick, 6th overall in 2020. Tyson Jost, Mikkel Bodker, what's up, buddy? Former Ottawa Senator. He's doing okay for himself there. He's found a good home in Colorado. Calvert, Sissons, Kamiev. So they traded their captain. That's crazy. Their defense is very weak. Obviously, we've checked their goalies. So they traded Landeskog. Damn, so we got to look at Landeskog and Bergeron. Where the hell are those two guys? Seguin, Nichushkin, and Jamie Benn still rocking it there in Dallas. They got Evan Rodriguez from Buffalo. Nothing really crazy here. Defensively, I assume Klingberg's still a monster, so him and Heiskanen, damn. And then Zadorov and Honka, that's pretty sick. I want you guys to let me know who you think the best team is, but right now, Dallas looks pretty damn good. Their defense is nasty. Plus, they have Ryan Suter there at 37 years old, so they probably have the best defense in the league from what I've seen so far. And offensively, they're pretty nasty. I think offensively, Buffalo has it for sure. Jack Hughes, Middlestat, they got it all. They're sick. The Detroit Red Wings without Felix Pox. They got Panarin, Larkin, Zadina, pretty nasty. Cousins, Veleno, Svechnikov. So they've built through the draft. Like you got guys like Dylan Larkin, Zadina, Cousins, Veleno, Svechnikov, all drafted guys. Rasmussen as well. Defensively, Morrison, Tyson Barrie. Morrison was that top pick in 2021. He went pretty high. And then Cholowski, and then the rest of their D isn't really that great. Antti Ranta is now the starting goalie in the Motor City in Detroit. Moving on to Edmonton, Leon Draisaitl, McDavid, and Jesse Puljujarvi. Man, you guys could really use another scoring winger. Taylor Hall, Jordan Eberle. Oh, sorry. Got a weird cough there. Who the hell is this guy? 5th round pick. Okay. Apparently he's a top 6 winger. Yeah, I mean, aside from McDavid, I mean, their top line and the second line center's good, but they really could use some help on the wing, that's for sure. Defensively, still pretty good. Evan Bouchard turned into a good top 4 guy for them, and then Stuart Skinner and Dylan Wells. So they're going with a youth movement between the pipes in Edmonton. It's interesting to see. Over here in Florida, and they look pretty damn sick as well. Emilio Howe, Alex Barkov at 92, Cale Ragnarsson, who was a top pick in 2019, Owen Tippett, Henrik Borgstrom, who tore us apart when we had our Seattle franchise mode, Jonathan Huberdeau, man, that's sick. They're looking really good, and they have Wayne Train and Jared McCann. They're probably the second best team that I've seen so far, and their defense is absolutely nasty with Ekblad and Yossi. Come on, you already have Ekblad and you go get Rowan Yossi. Michael Matheson, you bastard. Tyler Myers, Justin Braun, and Logan Stanley. And between the pipes, Malcolm Still, they could use a starting goalie as well. Again, it's definitely something to think of. Still no sign of Patrice Bergeron or Gabriel Landeskog. Those are 2 guys who I have no idea where they got traded to. Pearson, Velarde, and Toffoli, kind of weak. Yeah, wow, LA is really weak. Kopitar is now an 80 at 35. He's at the end of his career, and no Jeff Carter, so interesting. Drew Doughty is very much an elite defenseman. He's a franchise defenseman at that, 94 overall. Too bad they're giving him no supporting cast. And Henrik Lundqvist at 40 years old. Damn. You know what I really wish? I wish that you could go into here and you could see trade history. I would love to see how the LA Kings acquired him. Probably free agency. I think he actually was a free agent, so that's probably how it is. Quick and Lundqvist on the same team? That's crazy. Looks like the Minnesota Wild have kept their core intact. Jason Zucker, Granlund, Nino Niederreiter, Silverberg's new, Stahl, Palmieri, Connor Sheary. They're pretty good as well. They got really good center depth. Defensively, TJ Brody, Matt Dumba. So their defense is kind of weak, and they don't have Devin Dubnyk anymore. They got Jacob Markstrom. All right, here's the Montreal Canadiens for all you Habs fans out there. Domi, Drouin, Nikita Sherbak, pretty good first line. Gallagher, Jake Gensel, and Jesper Fast. So they're playing Pacioretty on the 3rd line. They're doing him dirty. Thomas Hertl ends up signing with the Montreal Canadiens. That's kind of cool. You got to keep that on our radar for the slow sim games. They got a pretty good team. I mean, there should be switching these 2 guys around, but I don't know. They got to trade Max Pacioretty. They still have Shea Weber, and they're still paying him $7 million for the next 4 years. What a contract. What a time to be alive. Ryan Pollock is now the guy. Also, this Andrews dude is a beast. Drafted 2nd overall in 2020. Damn. Victor Mete as well. I assume Carey Price is still the man. 86 overall, though, so he's dropping quick. New Jersey. All right. Taylor Hall, Nico Hischier, and Jesper Bratt. Obviously Matt Duchene there. So they got a pretty good squad. Pavel Zacha really didn't become what people thought he was. I mean, he's still only 25 years old, but a top 10 pick. Didn't really turn out for New Jersey there. Will Butcher, Damon Severson, Ben Hutton, Ty Smith. They got a pretty good defensive core there, and Corey Schneider is still a man between the pipes in New Jersey. Nashville, Tolvanen, who's an absolute freak of nature. He lights it up every single year, almost 80 points a year. Yeah, he's a beast. Look at his puck skills, 99, 96, 96, 96. Holy, what a freak. He's making $7 million. That's a bargain. Kevin Fiala, Turris Smith, they got a really good team as well. Defensively, Parayko and Subban, Letang, Ellis, damn. and Colin Miller and Petrovic. So Nashville continues the trend with having sick defensive cores. Oh my god. And then between the pipes, UC Saros and Pekka Rinne. So they've switched spots, and now UC Saros is the man in Nashville. Still looking for Bergeron and for Gabriel Landeskog, but Evgeny Dadonov, Matthew Barzal, and Oliver Wahlstrom, pretty damn sick first line. Jordan Eberle, oh my god, they're nasty. Their top 9 is sick. Even they got like Kiefer Bellows on the 4th line, who's 84. Damn. They got Thomas Bang. They got him there. What a sick squad. Holy crap. They got Ruslan Popov here, who's a tank. Defensively, Ryan Murray, Lindell. So their defense is nice as well, with Nick Leddy still being pretty good. And they got Korpisalo and Soderstrom between the pipes. But their offensive core looks pretty damn good. So again, you guys can let me know who you think is the best team 4 years in. Anyone crazy here? This was the guy that was just drafted 2nd overall, Jackson Marr. He plays for the Rangers now. Teravainen, Zibanejad, and Stone. So Stone ends up in New York. Philip Heidel, Anderson, and Bushnevic. So a pretty good team. Defensively, Brady Shea's still very, very good. Who's this guy? He was drafted in the 5th round. He turned out to be pretty good for the Rangers. Tony DeAngelo, Neil Pong still there. And no more Henrik Lundqvist. They have Tristan Jarry, so they could really use a goalie. So again, there's a few teams we could potentially trade with here because we have a lot to worry about with our defensive core. Obviously, Jake Allen has to be moved. But now that it's the end of GM week, I want to get your guys' opinions. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I'm going to take a couple of days, gather all your comments. So if you want to comment about potential trades, let me know in this video because I'm going to take a few days and really read all the comments here. So JVR, Giroux, and Voracek, nasty. Backstrom, Patrick, and Hoffman, even nastier. Holy, what a second line. Connolly, Konecki, and Lawton, so they have a really good team as well. One of the better offenses out there. I mean, oh my god, this is the best defense that I've seen so far. We got Ghost, we got Nudavara, we got 21-year-old Bowen Bryam, Ivan Provorov on the 3rd line with Chris Tanev. We got Travis Sanheim. What a sick defensive core. Holy. And then Roberto Luongo and Carter Hart. So Luongo's still playing at 43. Obviously, he's getting extremely limited ice time behind the new man, Carter Hart, who's a beast. Pittsburgh, so ooh, they really need a goalie as well. So lots of teams could use a guy like Jake Allen. That's good to know. So Crosby's still very, very good. We obviously have Gino, Kessel, Sprong, Maroon. So, I mean, aside from their first line, it's really not looking good here in Pittsburgh. No more Chris Letang, but they got Torrey Krug, so that's good. But yeah, they're definitely weak. Where the hell is Gabriel Landeskog and Patrice Bergeron? Evander Kane, Couture, and Goldobin, Kevin LeBlanc, or LeBlanc, however you want to pronounce it, Ryan Spooner, Brandon Saad. They got a pretty good team, not bad. Carlson, Fistrick, okay. Brent Burns, an 81. So Carlson is still the man in Ottawa, 91 overall. He's put up consistent numbers ever since we traded him, but that ship has sailed. Do they still have Martin Jones between the pipes? Yeah, 86 overall, still pretty damn good. All right, St. Louis, Robbie Fabry finally becomes an NHLer. He's made of glass, but finally he went through, battled all of his injuries. Now he's a first liner. You love to see it. Ryan O'Reilly and 92 overall Tarasenko. So Pavelski, we set him free agency. Obviously, he's going to want to go to a really good team. He decides to go to the St. Louis Blues, and they're sick. Sean Couturier, so they actually balled out in free agency. Vincent Trocheck, was he in free agency as well? Yeah, that's right. All 3 of these guys were in free agency. So they basically spent a lot of money for their second line in free agency. That's kind of cool. David Perron, Jordan Kyrou, and Grayson Webb. Don't get me started about Grayson Webb. Cogliano, Koskinen, and Clifford. Defensively, I assume Petrangelo's still there. And they got Risto. So that's a hell of a top 2 pairing. McNabb, Oli Mata, and no more Jake Allen. They got Keith Kincaid and Nedeljkovic, actually, who's 85 overall. Tampa Bay is always good, and they continue to be good. Palat, Stamkos, and Kucherov, one of the best lines in hockey. Palat seems to put up a lot of points. You can see here a couple years ago, 83, 64, 55, so he's a monster. Playing alongside of Stamkos and Kucherov probably isn't that hard. I might be able to put up 15 or 20 between Stamkos and Kuch. Killorn, Braden Point, Miller, Pandolfo, Johnson, Volkov, Bobby Ryan, and Ryan Poehling. You love to see it. We got a Seattle Storm Bear legend, and we got a Ottawa Senator bum? I don't know what you could call Bobby Ryan, but what did he sign for? He signed for league minimum after making a boatload of money. He doesn't care. He just wants to go win a Stanley Cup. Bobby Ryan's got it made. Look at their top four over here in Tampa Bay. Hedman, Sergachev, Callan Foote, and Mack Truck. Pretty sick. And Vasilevsky, we all know about him. 91 overall. Stealing all those Vezina trophies from Big Mac. Still not over it. Alright, here's what you guys have been waiting for. If you haven't already skipped all the way to the Leafs, I know there's some Leaf fans that probably skipped the entire video just to get here. Marner, Matthews, Willie Nylander. Will he sign a contract? God, that's crazy how he hasn't even signed yet. Alexis Lafreniere, so he's 3 years into the NHL now. 3 years and still at an 81. So third overall, I don't know if that's really panned out. John Tavares, Jaden Schwartz, and then their bottom six isn't terrible, but it's not great. Defensively, Morgan Rielly, Timothy Liljegren, Jake Gardiner, Travis Dermott, so we know all about them. And then Darcy Kemper, so again, they could use a goalie. Vancouver, Gabriel Landeskog, so there's where he goes. So there's the Landeskog mystery. Only a few teams left, so there's only a few teams left. We got 3 teams left, so I assume that Bergeron is on one of those 3 teams. If not, well, maybe he's buried in the minors. But Bo Horvat, Brock Besser, and Gabriel Landeskog. What a line. I love Landeskog. He's one of my favorite players, and he's a monster. That's a pretty sick line. And then you got Pedersen, Jonathan Dahlin, and I've never heard of Avery Fitzmaurice. I don't know, maybe he was some high draft pick that I've never heard of. Interesting. Pretty good line there, though. Brassard, Kadri, and Jake Virtanen. That's pretty good. Carter, so there's Jeff Carter, goes from LA to Vancouver as a 37-year-old. And then Nick Bjugstad, who's probably too good for the 4th line, but he's there. And Alex Chason on the 3rd line. So you got to think, they have a really good team here in Vancouver. I thought Pedersen would get a lot better. It looks like they've kind of moved him to the wing, but there's that. Defensively, let's see if they can stack up. So Quinn Hughes is a 90, Ulevi's an 88. That's beautiful. Pouliot, Martinez, and then Ekholm. So, all right. And then I assume Thatcher Demko is the man. 90 overall. Absolutely, he's the man. The Vegas Golden Knights, Shea Theodore. We got Julius Dollywall, who was a top pick in 2021. I do remember him. Jonas Brodin, Nate Schmidt, Brendan Dillon. Now, I said Joe Morrow's probably done in the NHL, but he signs a contract just over $1 million with the Vegas Golden Knights. So that's interesting. Chubarov, damn. 4th overall in 2019. He's a beast. Cody Glass and Vinny Hinostroza. What a time. Alex Tuck, William Wild Bill Carlson, Thomas Tatar, Duclair, Suzuki, Marchessault, Spencer Fu. There's all these guys. Brandon Peary. We already looked at their defense. Fleury still around? No, Fleury's not around, so they need a goalie as well. Crazy to see how many teams don't have a starting goalie. It's wild. Blake Wheeler, Brian Little, and Kyle Connor, so they haven't touched their top 6. Lucic Appleton, what a name. Mason Appleton. 5th round in 2015, so he finally makes the squad. Nick Patan, Matthew Perreault, Jack, so they really haven't made many moves aside from Lucic, and I guess that's it, because everyone is an original Winnipeg Jet. That's wild. How does their defense look? Pretty much, I mean, Trouba and Josh Morrissey are still there, but all these guys are brand new. Hey, Gabe from The Office, what's up, buddy? Going to goalies, Eric Comrie and Connor Hellebuck. Obviously, he's still the man. So one more team. I assume this is where Bergeron's at. Where is Patrice Bergeron? I have to look it up. Did he retire? I don't think so. I'll have to look it up in a minute here. But Ovi, we got Kuznetsov, and then Byron Cole, who is a 20-year-old kid, breaks out into the NHL after ripping it up in the A, plays on a line with Ovi and Kuznetsov. He's got 22 points in 23 games. Wow. Imagine being 20 years old playing with 2 unreal players. That's crazy. Obviously, he's not Russian. I don't think Byron Cole is a very Russian name. He's obviously an American with 2 Russians there. Unreal. Tom Wilson, Barbashev, and TJ Oshie, Verona, Chandler Stevenson. So they got a really good team as well. They got 2 Wilsons, Scott Wilson and Tom. Don't think they're related. Defense looks pretty much the exact same. Looks like they're all original Washington Capitals except for Mark Pysyk, Ottawa Senators legend, Braden Holtby, and Pierre Huselius. Okay. So the mystery of Patrice Bergeron. Where is he? Maybe I missed him. Maybe I'm just stupid. All right, I searched Patrice Bergeron. Nothing. Is he out of the NHL? I'm doing this right? Forward, blah, blah, blah. Let's go all positions. Does that help? So there's one Bergeron. So Bergeron must have retired. How did I miss that? No way Bergeron retired already? Really? Beron. Yeah, that's how you spell it. I thought I spelt it wrong, maybe. I guess Bergeron called it quits. He would be 37 years old at this point, but wow, okay, interesting. Let's just get a few games of simulation done because we still have to worry about the whole Glenn Sumal thing in the American Hockey League. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get maybe half this month done, or I'll go up to the Columbus game and then we'll call it quits here. But let's see how we continue to simulate. Ooh, the Toronto Maple Leafs are not doing well. That's 3 wins in a row for us. I'm liking it. 18-7-2 up against the Colorado Avalanche. We know all about their team. That's another win up against a really good team there in Florida, and a 4-3 loss, but we're 19-8-2, a pretty good record. I want to go up against the Columbus Blue Jackets. They are so good. The Blue Jackets are obviously so sick. The return of Timo Meier once again. I think we played them earlier in the year actually, but let's go here. Big W in Ottawa, Canada, and Colin White, baby, starts it off. They only have 5 shots. Period number 2, still a 1-0 game, and that's a shutout. Jacob Bernard-Docker. This man is a legend already. Ooh, did I already throw out the L word that easy? Oh man, I gotta put that thing away. You know what? Hell with it. Let's go one more month. We're going to check out Glenn Sumal. We're going to check out all that stuff. There's some people saying, you know, maybe let him sit in the AHL for 1 year, really gain a lot of confidence because he is. Ooh, hold on here. Samuel Girard for Nick Suzuki. Hold up. Nick Suzuki's pretty good, isn't he? So he's 80 overall, but I think he's way better than that, obviously. He's listed as a second liner, 85, and they locked him up, 5-year deal at $2 million bucks. But where would he play? That's the thing. Oh man, this is kind of perfect. It gets rid of Girard, which a lot of people want us to do. Then we can call up Glenn Sumal. So back to what I was talking about with Glenn Sumal is people say, you know, he's only 19 years old, so maybe playing in the A won't be so bad. But he could jump in if we get rid of Girard. So where would he play, though? Because our team right now, we just have too many forwards. God damn. So we have, obviously, White, Mantha, and Alex Nylander. We all know that. Second line is, obviously, Tkachuk, Gino Malkin, and Taylor Radish. Third line being Richie, Brown, and where is he? And Andreas Janssen. And the fourth line, obviously, he's not going to play on the fourth line, and that's Brett Ritchie, Drake Batherson, and Nicholas Shue. So, where would he play? This is kind of perfect. We have to pay a second, but we get a third, which does help. Okay, so what do we do here? I think regardless, we have to say yes to this, but where does he play? Okay, Nick Suzuki. This kind of, again, this just throws a wrench into our system here. Everything's going good, and then they offer us Nick Suzuki for Samuel Girard, a guy who I'm not super attached to. I know we're going to have to say yes to this. I'm going to stop it right now, and I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to come back to it next episode. Ooh, 7-0 win, baby. That's what I'm talking about. But then there's that thing where if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because we're doing so good. Like, if we get Nick Suzuki, that pretty much bumps Andreas Janssen, which I don't want to do. Now, Tkachuk's listed as a third liner, so we could do something like this and then have... Oh, man, I don't know. What do we do? What do we do? We could bump Andreas Janssen down and send Batherson down to the AHL because he is listed as a depth forward, and then have a really solid third line of Nick Ritchie, Logan Brown, and Nick Suzuki. And then we could have Shue, Andreas Janssen, and Brett Ritchie. Ooh, that really strengthens up our squad. And then we could bring up the dog. Oh man, what do we do? I'm going to talk to my assistant GMs. Hold on. So, talking to my assistant GMs, it seems pretty unanimous that it's a steal of a deal. Look at his contract. He's only, what, 23 years old. They locked him up for just over $2 million for the next 5 years. That's insane. Now, if you remember, Vegas was one of those teams. They don't have a goalie. They could really use Jake Allen. So, this is going to be good for us. Oh my god, look at all their draft picks. They have 6 picks in the first 2 rounds. 3 seconds and 3 firsts. Oh my god. Okay, so they're set for draft picks. So we could easily move Jake Allen, and then we have to call up Gustafsson, which I want to do. So let's see if this can work. Alright, this is going to be awesome. Thank you so much, Vegas. We're giving him 10 million in cap. Thanks very much. And we're going to get Nick Suzuki back. Oh my God, thank you. So realistically, if we could get a prospect or a pick for a guy like Jake Allen, I'm stoked. Maybe a guy like a low elite guy, 75 overall defenseman low elite, which I like. Please don't be defensive. Ooh, offensive. I like it. Thomas Shivanin, or Tumas. That's the weirdest way to spell Thomas. Or is it Twomas? Twomas Chauvenin. He's low elite. I like it. I like this guy a lot. If I could snag him in this deal, oh baby. So I'm going to keep the second in there. Their trade value looks a little bit high. Anyways, let's just seem to try it because they want to get rid of Suzuki, they want a second, and they also want to get rid of their third. So they get a starting goalie, they get rid of Nick Suzuki, and I don't know why they would do that, but will this go through? Trade reject, even though it's almost fair value. All right, I like it. We can work with this. We can work with this. What if I threw in this low top 9 guy who has a minimal amount of trade value? Would that push it over the edge? I guess that's it. All right, there you go. Thank you very much, Vegas. We call up Glenn Sumal and we call up Philip Gustafson. You love to see it. On behalf of the Vegas Golden Knights, I accept your trade offer and will see you out on the ice. Easiest Nick Suzuki of my life. Thank you very much. Boom, the assistant GMs are happy, I'm happy. Tuomas, what a name. Okay, so together we're going to look at Nick Suzuki. I haven't looked at it yet. I just thought I would share that trade with the assistant GMs. Now, for centers, I'm going to guess he's 84. Could be higher, could be 83. Let's see. Okay, so he's 83. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Now, I'm going to play him. Where am I going to play him? Well, let's have a look. So this is how the computer had it. So they have Brady Tkachuk on the third line. Is he more suited for the third line? Like we could do something like this and then boom, boom, boom. Thoughts on that? Really play Nick Suzuki on the second line? You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it for right now. We're going to go Radish, Mantha, boom. Now, there was some people telling me to put Radish on the first line and break up the NWA line because Nylander is listed as a right winger, so we'll play him on the right wing. Let's try it. Then we got Radish, White, and Mantha. I don't know. Let's just try, spice it up a little bit. Even though we are winning games, let's just spice it up. Let's get spicy up in here. Looks like they brought Shivanin up. No, my friend. No. We got to bring up my boy, Glenn Sumal, the dog. The dog is back. Here we go. The German Shepherd, Glenn Sumal. So this video went a little bit longer than what I initially anticipated, but that worked out perfectly. I was kind of nervous on what we're going to do because we're kind of in a situation where I didn't really want to make a trade, but that honestly worked out perfect. And we have a game against Vegas as well. Beautiful. And we have a game against Vegas next Saturday, so 1 week from today. But let's see how Nick Suzuki does in his debut with the Ottawa Senators in Long Island. We got him on a flight right away from Vegas, flew him all the way into Long Island to meet his new team. Let's go. Period number 1, and it's 2-1. Colin White gets us on the board, but we know about these guys. We just looked at their team and they're sick. Second period. Okay, we tie it up. Taylor Radish and Anthony Mantha. Popov gets 1 for them, and we get 2 in the... Oh, Glenn Sumal. It's an empty netter. You love to see it. The dog. The dog. There you go. Scores in his season debut. Taylor Radish gets the 4-3 goal, and then the dog makes it 5-3. That's awesome. I want to see when he's going to score his first goal as a Ottawa Senator. In the first 3-0, Tkachuk, Hirsch, and there it is. Ask and you shall receive. Nick Suzuki, baby, right in the slot. 15-4 are the shots. Period number 2. 5-0 Brown and Taylor Radish, and we make it 6. Colin White. See you later, Montreal. Another shutout. Ooh, Philip Gustafson gets the shutout. That's awesome. So Nick Suzuki gets a goal and a helper. So does Colin White. Gustafson, attaboy. Is that his first ever NHL game? That very well could be his first ever NHL start. Yeah, that was his first ever NHL start, and he gets a shutout. That's amazing. That's awesome. Attaboy, Philip Gustafson. Keep playing like that, and you can quickly earn legend status with our squad. All right, so it kind of sucks that we had to bump Andreas Johnsson down because he was the first ever Ottawa Senators legend. But it's all good. The end goal is to win a Stanley Cup, and the way we're playing right now, it's looking real good. But I can't believe Vegas would give up on Nick Suzuki so quick. unreal. So let's go here. I actually didn't mean to slow sim this game, but I automatically did it. And Austin Matthews scores on the first shot. Great. Going to the first, we're down by 2. Okay, that sucks. Okay, we get 2. Nick Suzuki goals in back-to-back, and Colin White gets us within 1. We're out shooting them by 6. Come on, boys. All it takes is 1 here. Come on, Nick Suzuki again. Taylor Radish, there you go. Let's go. Attaboy Radish. He scores on the starting goalie, which is Darcy Kemper. Oh, ouch, Toronto. That sucks. Third, there you go, Evgeny Malkin, 4-3. Attaboy Gino, and that's how this one ends. What a third. Currently, we are undefeated with Nick Suzuki on our team, so there it is. And we are on quite a streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going up against the Islanders, and then, of course, we're going to slow sim the game against the Vegas Golden Knights. And then we have 2 more games, Dallas and Montreal. Boom, it's good. Things are coming up Millhouse right now in Ottawa. Just beautiful. Matthias Janmark, don't need him. Thanks for coming out. No thank you. Try again. Do not pass go. Another win. There you go. All right, Vegas. This could be a good hockey game. Let's go. We got the return of Nick Suzuki. He's got something to prove. We got Samuel Girard going up against his old squad. Let's go. This is going to be a fun one. First period. Ooh, 2-1. Okay, of course, Samuel Girard scores. Anthony Duclair. And Jacob Bernard Docker scores on Jake Allen. What a beast. Period number 2. Come on, guys. There you go. We tie it up. Nick Ritchie and Brett Ritchie, the brothers from the exact same spot on the ice, just opposite ends. That's awesome. I love that we have a little brother tandem going on here. I love this team in Ottawa. This is the best team ever. I'm pumped. Oh no, Chubarov from a super weird angle, but Logan Brown comes right back. We are resilient. We are really good in the third period. We are a third period team. This one, oh, Alex Tuck, no way. He's got that huge contract. And he tucks one on Gustafsson. 4 minutes left. Come on, Suzuki. Let's do it, buddy. Let's go. Oh, man, that sucks. That sucks. Okay, well, we drop a game against Vegas, and Vegas is actually a really bad team. But Thomas Chabot had 3 helpers. What a beast. All right, so only 2 games left here, and then we're going to wrap up this video real quick. We're going to look at the stats, and then we're going to also... What else are we going to do? We're going to look at the stats, look at the rookies, all that good stuff, have a look at the upcoming draft, have a look at our AHL team doing pretty good, 18-9-3. Also, that's our first loss there with Nick Suzuki, so it feels bad. Another loss. Come on, you can't end off the video with an L. You can't do it. Hopefully we won there. I think we lost, actually. Damn, we end off the episode 3 L's in a row. That's all right, though. It's all good. I'm not too worried. Seth Jones leading the way with 35 points in 39 games. Definitely worth the 8.5. Ottawa Senators, first place in the Atlantic, 54 points. First place in the NHL with 54 points. There's only 2 teams with 50, and that's us and the Tampa Bay Lightning. So we are on top of the world right now. Let's have a look at some rookies here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire all of my other scouts. I have everyone being scouted right now, so I'm going to go ahead and fire all my AHL scouts. I really don't need them. And I'm going to go ahead and really beef up the rest of the scouting here. So look at Manderville. Oh my God, he's a beast. Similar style Nicholas Backstrom. Yeah, what a tank. 50 points in 31 games. We got Pablo here, who's a 2-way forward, similar style to Jeff Carter. All right. So all these guys are unknown, even though I'm sending a bunch of scouts out. Shannon Gilroy has a similar style to Owen Nolan. That's kind of cool. And then Stu Milroy. So we got Gilroy and Milroy. It's kind of funny. So I still got to work on the scouts. I'll do that off camera. And let's have a look at the numbers here. Now, again, this video was way longer than what I wanted it to be. It was supposed to be a short one to end off GM week. But this has been a fun one, that's for sure. Colin White, Seth Jones, Anthony Mantha. You absolutely love to see it. They're doing great. Evgeny Malkin's got 26. Brady Tkachuk's got 24. That's not bad. Nylander, only 2 goals. Seems to be struggling a little bit, but I put him back on his natural wing, so maybe that'll help. I don't know. Radish has 22 points. Maybe I should put Nylander back on the first line because he was a big reason why Colin White scored 40 goals last year because he had 54 helpers. I will switch that back. Taylor Radish, Thomas Chabot with 1 goal, 21 helpers, a plus 24. That's what I love to see. Logan Brown with 20, Jacob Bernard Docker, 11 Genos as a rookie. That's awesome. Nick Suzuki, 17 points in 40 games. So throughout the first 7 games that Nick Suzuki's played, he's got 4 points, which is pretty good. So there's that. Hopefully he turns out to be really, really good for us. Nick Ritchie with 12 points. The Shoes got 12. Is he up to 80 now? He is up to 80, which is good. Andreas Janssen, unfortunately, cut down to the 4th line, which sucks. That hurts me. Brett Ritchie doing pretty well. Drake Batherson, unfortunately, we had to send him down, which sucks. Glenn Sumal, 4 points in 7 games. What a beauty. The dog. Yeah, he's definitely NHL ready. I love that nickname, by the way. The dog. Matt Murray and Philip Gustafson. So Matt Murray is 21-8 with 5 shutouts, a 230 goals against average, and a 920 save percentage. Not bad at all. Philip Gustafson, there he had 1 bad game, and then obviously had that 1 other shutout, which was pretty cool against the Habs. So let's have a look at the entire NHL, all that good stuff, and then we'll end off this video. Everyone you would usually see here: Vasilevsky, John Gibson, Matt Murray. Rookie skaters I want to have a look at here. Who's the best rookie? That Mikael Johansson guy who was a 7th round pick, just crazy. And then there's that Cole guy who's playing alongside of Ovi and Backstrom. I'm glad that we did that look around the NHL because now I know this guy's playing with Ovi and Backstrom. Jacob Bernard Docker has the 2nd most goals scored by a rookie. This guy, we could have something special here with JBD. What can we come up with a nickname? JBD. I think JBD is kind of cool. Kind of like a mouthful to say, but Hall's got 55 and 38. McKinnon 52. Pasta, Nico Hischier, Rantanen, Kucherov, Monahan. So all the guys you usually see. Frederick Bang. There you go. We got Stamkos. Man, this GM mode just got a lot more fun. I'm super glad that we did GM week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know there's a lot of people that were stoked when every upload was coming every single day, and that kept me doing this because it was fun to see your guys' reactions, fun to see how stoked you were for GM week. It was fun to do. I'm glad that we did it. I'm going to take a few days, relax a little bit. Been recording a ton. I got a bunch of stuff going on in the background as well, so more stuff coming out, but I'll see you guys in a couple of days. I want to get your guys' comments, so if you need time to catch up on GM week, this will be the time to do it. And then let me know your comments in this video because the next one we're probably going to get the rest of the year done and then head off into the postseason because this could be our year, boys. We're the best team in the league. We just made a big trade for Nick Suzuki that I didn't even want to make. It just kind of fell into our lap. Thanks very much, Vegas. Steal of the year. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Would it hurt to put Mantha on the left wing and have Nylander on his correct wing? I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments, but Nick Suzuki could very well take over Evgeny Malkin for next year. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.